Good morning. This is Sue from Yoga Hasta, and this morning we're outside. It's a beautiful summer day. Not going to have any music. We've got all the sounds of my neighborhood going on since it's early morning. People are starting to wake up. Today we're going to be doing a sequence using the chair to warm up. We'll be standing and then lying down on the mat. So let's get started. Close your gaze, place your hands in your lap. And we're going to start by following the breath, breathing in and out through our nose. Settling in for this lovely yoga practice on this lovely day. And one more breath in and out. And open your gaze. Bring your hands to heart center and bring them up to the sky as you inhale. And then let them float down to your sides. And let's do that a couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Gaze up. Exhale down. And come to heart center again. Okay, with our hands at heart center, let's bring our chin to our chest. And then gaze up. And do this rocking motion a few times. And one more time, chin to chest. And then roll that chin over to the right. Try to get your right ear to your right shoulder. And then roll back to your chest. Roll over to the left. Left shoulder to the left ear. And come back to neutral. And right now, let's bring our arms up again. Axial extension. We're reaching for the sky. And reach, feeling those lateral muscles stretch. And then stopping that movement, come down into cactus arms. And push those arms back a little bit. And stopping that movement, come forward in your chair, about halfway down, and stop. And come back up. And let's go down 2 more times. Should feel your abdominal muscles kicking in. And then come up. And last time, come forward. And come back up. And let your arms come down and rest for just a moment. Let's come forward on the chair a little bit. And intertwine your fingers together and then push them out to the front. And release. And now we're going to push them up. Big breath in. And then slowly bring them behind your head and then push those elbows back. And then we can again take our chin to our chest and gaze up and bring the chin to the chest and come to neutral. And then we're going to look over to the left side and then look down. Come back up and back to neutral. Look to the right side and down. And come up and back to neutral. And release the arms, bring them up, and let them float down. Okay, let's warm up the lower body just a little bit. Make your legs wide. And we're going to start by doing hip rotations, just around in a circle. We're going to go one way and then stop and go the other way. All kinds of sounds this morning. My neighborhood. And stop, circle the other way. Try to get your shoulders into the movement. And then stopping your movement, coming back to neutral. And let's bring our right shoulder to our left knee, like this motion right here. And then left shoulder to right knee. And then we're going to do a motion where we're stirring the pot. So take hold of your paddle and we're going to really make those big motions. Getting our arms into it and our legs. And reversing, stirring the pot. Although it's going to be 90 today, so I don't think I want to make a pot of soup right now. And stopping that movement. I do like doing yoga outdoors, though. Okay, let's bring our feet together just a little bit. And push down. Should feel a stretch in your inner thighs. And then one more thing, like bring your foot, your right leg out and hold it up. Toes are pointing towards your head. And bring it down. Left foot up. Foot is flexed, toes towards your head. And down, and this time right leg out, left arm up. And bring them down. Right arm up, left leg up. And bring it down. And I think I'm feeling warmed up. Roll your shoulders a little bit. And then reach up one more time. Bring that arm over your head. Look up under that right arm. And then big inhale up. And left arm over your head. Look up under that arm. And then both arms up. Big inhale. And come back down. Okay. One final stretch for our, I call this a carpal tunnel stretch. Bring one arm out. And the other arm, you're going to press down on that palm, stretching the wrist area, the carpal tunnel, where all those vessels and tendons come through to help your hand move and release. Let's do that with the other hand. Of course, remember, any movement that I do that causes you pain, just stop. It's okay to not do it. and come out, and then bring your arms down. Okay, so I'm going to remove my chair for right now. We may use it for Shavasana, and we're going to come into some balance poses. I think I wanted to be back here. And first, let's just stand in mountain pose. Straight back. Head reaching up towards the sky. Now we're going to do a series of balance moves originating with chair pose. So in chair pose, let's get our feet a good base under us. Feet hip distance apart. Bend your knees and bring your arms up into chair pose. Now when we come up, we're going to try to come right into tree pose. So we're going to come up and your version of tree, and let's hold for a few breaths. And then we're going to come back down into our chair very gracefully and rest here in our chair. Of course, we're going to do the other side. So come up into tree with your other leg up into the tree and hold. And then gracefully and slowly come back into that chair pose. Okay. From here, we've done our tree. We're going to come into 5-pointed star. So we're going to bring our arms out, step to the side with our leg, and bring our hands up into this position. 5-pointed star. And then go back into tree pose, into chair pose. And then let's come into 5-pointed star once again. And back into chair. Okay, we're going to change it up this time. We are going into 5-pointed star. But this time, shift your weight into your right foot, your right leg, and bring your left leg up. So adding a balance component to 5-pointed star. And come back into that chair pose. And let's bring our arms down and rest them on our legs for just a second. And bring the arms up. We're going to go into 5-pointed star and lift the other leg. So put your weight in the left leg, bring the right leg up, or you can keep it down on the mat. And come back into chair pose. All right, we're going to come into warrior 3 for this one. And I'm going to rise up, bring my arms down, And I'm going to demonstrate the pose sideways so you'll get a better view. So we're in chair. Come back into your chair after that brief rest. And we're going to swing our arms down to our sides, or actually I like to have them in heart center, and fold over those legs. And then as you come up, bring your leg out to the back and then up. For warrior 3. And then bring the foot down and come back into chair. All right, so we'll do the other side. Bring the hands down to heart center. Go down over your legs. Bring your foot back. And then hopefully bring your foot up. Bring your foot down and back into chair pose. And come all the way up. Interlace your hands. I'm going to turn around at this point. And gaze up, reach up, taking a break from chair pose. And then come back down. Okay. One more with chair pose. How are we doing here? Okay, come into chair pose. And on this one, you can bring your legs out to the side. Just adding a little stretch here. And let's bring our hands to heart. Now we can also add hop. And then come back to center. And then just tap to the sides. And come back to chair. And reach up. Do a little back bend while we're up here. And then bring the arms down and back. And let's flow a little bit. Little back bend. And come down. And back up. And down. And back up. And then let your arms float down to your side. Okay. One more balance pose while we're on the mat here. And I see that I've been too far forward on the mat, so if my arms or legs are chopped off, that's why. Okay, let's bring one leg up. We're bent knees. Our ankle goes over our leg. And let's come to prayer position here. And feel that leg grounding itself into the mat, holding all of your weight. And bring the leg down. Come up for a big stretch. And then arms come down. Okay, let's do the other side. Let's bend both legs and bring that ankle over. Set it on your knee. Bring your hands to heart center. And breathe. And then rise up. Bring your legs down. Breathe and let your arms float down. Okay, let's come to the mat. And again, I'm going to turn sideways. We're going to do a forward fold and come down and lead with your chest. And walk your hands forward into a down dog position. Make sure your fingers are spread out. Let's bend our knees and walk the dog. And then let our knees drop to the mat. And one thing while we're here, I like to curl my toes while I'm in tabletop and then gently walk my hands back so that the weight, see if you can bring the weight of your hips back. And it's really good for a stretch for your feet. And then release, come back down to the mat. And let's do, I'm going to turn to the side again. Let's do a bicycle motion. We're going to come back on our arms. Our knees are bent. And let's bring one leg up into the air and then circle it around like you're riding a bike. Moving that leg within the hip socket. Seeing what kind of range of motion we have this morning. And one more big circle. And bring it back. Let's do that with the other leg. Big circles. Two more. And let that leg rest. Now come all the way on your back. Arms are at our side. We're going to raise up those legs and hug our knees and release. And just do this hugging and releasing motion a couple of times. And then while the legs are in this position, we're going to bring our left leg up and our right arm up. Cooling it down a little bit. And exhale, bring them both down. Right leg, left arm. And then bring those feet down to the mat. Straighten out your left leg. And bring that right bent knee up. Place your left hand on your knee and bring it over across your body. Your right arm can be out to your side. So you're twisting left and rotating the head right. Try to relax into this twist. For so long, I found myself really uncomfortable, very tense in this twist. But if you can tell your brain to relax, you'll enjoy it more. And then help that knee to go back up and settle back down on the mat. And now the right leg is going to straighten out. Left leg comes up. Put your right hand on your left knee and rotate the other way. And don't forget to breathe. Couple more breaths. And then let that leg come back up and bend both knees. And I'm going to come to my side so that I can get my chair into position for Shavasana. So again, I'm going to show you to the side here. And my bowl. So I hope you've enjoyed this practice. Let's end up scooting our hips to the chair, letting the chair support our lower legs, and coming back down on the back and settle in, palms up, and close your gaze and let your body relax and recover in Shavasana. Slowly start to bring the awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers a little bit and your toes. And slowly bring your legs down off the chair. Roll over to one side. And make a little pillow with your hands. And we'll take a few breaths here. And very slowly help your body by pushing it up into an easy seated position on your mat. Come to an easy seated position with your legs crossed, hands to heart center. I hope you've enjoyed today's practice. Namaste.